Hello, this is Kusumanna. Welcome to Kusum English. And today we are going to learn about passive voice. And today I am going to learn you in this video about how easily we can understand to transform a sentence from active voice to passive voice. To understand a sentence, a passive voice sentence, one should know certain components of a sentence. For example, to understand active voice, a student must understand what is subject and what is verb transitive and what is object. If you understand these three components, such as subject, verb transitive and object, then we can understand passive voice very easily. So a sentence must contain subject, verb, transitive, object. Then what is subject? You observe this sentence. We keep butter here. We keep butter here. We is the subject. Keep, verb transitive. Butter is object. So we is the subject. Keep is verb transitive. Butter is object. This is the doer of the action. The subject means it is the doer of the action, or the noun or pronoun which we are speaking is said to be subject. Subject is the doer of this action. Painted. He painted the ceiling green. What is subject here? He. What is verb transitive? Painted. What is object? Ceiling. So, subject means the doer of the action which performs the action, and object means the affected. The affected is called object. That which affected with the verb. Painted. What painted? The ceiling. So, this is what we call object. Keep. What we keep? Butter. So, butter is an object and ceiling is an object in this sentence. You should break the glass. You, subject. Break is verb transitive. The glass is object here. So, object is affected. The object is affected with the action break, and subject is the you. Who is breaking? The subject you. You is the subject, and the doer of the action who performs this action is called subject. Subject is nothing but who performs this action. And painted, he paints, we keep, like that. So that is called subject. Object is affected. Then what is verb transitive? Verb transitive is nothing but, if you understand the meaning of verb transitive, we can understand that trans means move. Move. Itive means that which makes to. Transitive means that which makes to move from one place to another place. One place to another place. What is this here? Verb transitive is a word in which the action passes over subject to object. Transitive is here keep. Who is keeping? We. We keep butter. So keep is the action in which we, the doer, and it transfers to the object butter. And you observe in this sentence, he is subject, painted is the action. In this action is performed by subject he, and subject moves. Paint action moves from subject to object. From subject to object. When the action transfers from subject to object, it is said to be verb transitive. There must be object here. But what we can understand here is, you should break, observe this example, you should break the glass. Should is helping verb, you is the subject, should is helping verb, break is main verb, and the glass is object. So doer of the action is here subject, helping verb, break is the main verb, and in this action break, both subject and object will participate. Verb transitive, in the verb transitive, both subject and object participate. Painted is the action in which both subject and object will participate, but active role is subject. Passive participation of this action is object. Active opposite word is passive. Break, who is the active doer of this break activity? You. So, doer of this action is active participant. The glass unknowingly participates in this action, so it is said to be passive. It is said to be passive, where here painted, active role of this action is painted he, and passive role of the active opposite to passive role of object participates in passive role. It is involuntary action and unknowingly it participates that. So then now we can understand what is important. Fundamental rule in English is that which is thought to be more important should be placed first. If you place subject first, since subject plays active role in this action, it is said to be active voice. In this action, subject plays active role, so these are all the sentences are active voice. Mr. Raghu is writing an email. So Raghu is writing an email. Who is the performer of this action? Actively participating, Raghu. So that it is, when it is placed first, it is said to be active voice. Important first. That is the fundamental rule. If you think subject is important, you place subject first. If you think object is important, not the Mr. Raghu, email is important for me. So if you think that email is important, you place email first. So it is, since email is an object and it plays passive role in this action, when it is placed first, it is said to be passive voice. With that, what we can understand is, active voice, in active voice, subject comes first because we are giving importance to the subject. So it should be placed first. Since subject plays active role in this action, it is said to be active voice. In passive voice, object plays passive role in this action. When it is placed first, it is said to be passive voice in this sentence. Now, friends, to understand better about passive voice, one should know few more things about passive voice. The passive form is be plus past participle. So to understand be, there are am, are, is, these three are used in present tenses, and was, were, this is used in past tense, and being is used in continuous tense, been is used in perfect tense, to be is used in to infinitive. This is to infinitive. Its bare infinitive is be. Be is bare infinitive. Right? So these are finite verbs, am, are, is, are, was, were, and these are non-finites. So when you want to write passive voice, the very important thing is you place object first and then be form and then past participle. With that, what we can understand, we have two formulas: subject plus main verb plus object, and subject plus helping verb plus main verb plus object. Observe these two formulas. The Formula 1 active sentence represents present. The present or past. Subject plus main verb plus object. That is, we keep, I am writing again this sentence, we keep butter here. This is active sentence. Subject, main verb and object, extra information. Now passive form is, you place object first and again be and past participle plus by plus subject. We often omit subject in passive voice of the active verb, active subject of the passive voice. We often omit that. If necessary, if you think that it is important, you can place by using preposition before the subject. So, with the, what is that? Subject plus main verb object. Now, change the sentence into passive voice. Object goes in the place of subject and subject goes in the place of object. Butter, be form. What be form is used? Keep is the present tense. So, present be form is used. Present be form is, butter is kept by me. Kept here by me. This is one sentence of passive voice. And another sentence, if you observe here, Raghu is writing an email. Raghu is writing an email. Observe this sentence. Raghu subject, helping verb, main verb and object. So this is in Formula 2. With present and past tenses, we can use in Formula 1 by using present be forms am, are, is, are and was, were and past participle. If it is a helping verb plus present continuous, past continuous or future continuous tenses, we use be form according to the main verb. That is, object plus, object goes in the place of subject, plus helping verb remains same but verb must agree with its subject, plus be form should be placed and again main verb should be past participle plus by plus subject. So this subject is unimportant. If you think important, you can use preposition. So what is object here? An email. Let us write here, an email is the object. Helping verb can be here is, writing is ing form, ing form be form is being, an email is being written by Mr. Raghu. This is active to passive. Once again, if the subject is important, you place subject first and object goes next. Since subject plays active role in this action, then it is said to be active voice. When you place object first, object plays passive role in this action, it is said to be passive voice. Now, there are two formulas to be remembered. One is with present and past, and another one is other tenses such as present continuous, past continuous and present perfect, future tenses and all then can be written with the auxiliary. When it is present and past, you borrow be forms am, is, are, was, were according to the main verb in the active voice. If there is a helping verb in active voice, you place helping verb same, but verb must be compromised with the subject, verb agreement, that is subject singular or plural. So is writing fourth ing form plus past participle, it should be placed in by plus subject. This is about affirmative sentences of active voice to passive voice, and in the next videos we learn imperatives, interrogatives and other variations in negative and all those things, and this is all about passive voice. I request you, if you like this video, you share it and subscribe it. Thank you very much.